Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be doing some more Warzone firefight tips and tricks. Before I get started, as usual, I would like to point out that all of this is heavily relied off of teamwork, but if you don't have some teamwork, there are some tips and tricks that I have left into the video that you can do solo while everyone else is doing their own thing. So even if you don't have anyone else to play with, these tips and tricks should work really fine. Just, again, it would really help to have someone else to do this with. So that being said, let's get straight into this. Alright, so for tip number one is putting us at, March on Stormbreak. I'm sorry, my bad. And this is going to be round 2, and today we are going to be fighting the Phaeton Helmsman, whatever it is, the recon leader. So basically, what you're going to want to do is there's a fortress nearby the armory where you spawn, and there's going to be like a patio, I guess you could call it, and there's going to be enormous columns. Yeah, right there. That should it should be right on the screen. And basically, what you're going to want to do is just get out a bow rifle. Kinetic bolt should be really good. Assault rifle and a bow rifle would be really good. And just hide behind that column as he might start shooting at you. And then if you have any other better weapons, that would be highly advised. I have a fuel rod launcher because I used a random weapon, but don't use a fuel rod launcher. Alright, so tip number 2, we are on Prospect, which is the skirmish darkstar, skirmish at darkstar equivalent of Warzone Assault. So basically, there's going to be an armory that you spawn, and if you're going to be fighting crawlers, just clear out the top of that armory, because there will be crawlers on top of it. And then once you go clear it out, just run towards the armory and hop on top of it. And then all the crawlers that will be heading straight towards the armory, and you're going to want to hold them off. It's kind of like you're defending it, but you're not really. You're actually trying to kill crawlers and to defend the base. But because killing crawlers is the main objective. And yeah, just try and aim for the head best you can. And watch out though, because at one point I do believe soldiers will eventually teleport up here. Yes, as you can see right there, it's starting to teleport. So yeah, watch out for that, because they will do that. Unless you can kill them before they teleport up, but yeah. So that's basically what you want to do for crawlers. Alright, so tip number 3. We are still on Prospect, and this is the final round, and basically, what you're going to be fighting is a giant fat scorpion that gets in. Just kidding. You're going to be fighting Mythic Knights, and what you're going to want to do is, you're going to want a Wraith Ultra, not a Temple Wraith, but a Wraith Ultra, and I'll tell you why. Because these guys can do a lot of damage, but there's one flaw in them. If you can keep on doing large amount of damage to them, they will be stunned and they won't shoot at you. So, and what the Wraith Ultra does, it has like a lingering effect when the shot hits the ground. And then it does damage to them, and it stuns them and you want them stunned as long as possible so they don't do damage to you. And another thing is, you want to be people think you want to be as far away, but no, you want to get close up to those guys. Run into them like I'm trying to do now, and then it distracts them too, because you're running into them. Also, even though it doesn't one-hit knights, it does do a fairly large amount of damage to them, and it can distract them long enough for your next shot to charge up, and you can shoot them. So that way they won't shoot you. So yeah, that's what you want to do with knights. Alright, so for this next tip, we are on Skirmish at Darkstar, round 3, and today, well, for this tip, we're going to be killing Jackals, and what you want to do is go to the armory. The armory overlooking, I believe it would be the red base if this were regular Warzone. Go to that armory, and bring out a plasma caster, a scourge of fire. A white scar would do really amazing. It's a really good, because the needles will track the hands of the Jackals, and will be able to kill them better, because that shield will get in the way of the concussive blast of your grenades. So yeah, just White Scar would be really good, but if you have a regular plasma caster or Scourge of Fire, that would be absolutely fine. Works perfectly, no problems. Well, very few problems. And yeah, just watch out because that staircase that would be to my left as of recording this video, there will be elites coming up those staircases, so just watch out. Yeah, there they are right now. They're currently trying to make their way up the staircase. I was able to survive them because I knew they would, because after many times playing this map, I knew that would happen. But yeah, just watch out for that. And yeah, that's what you want to do for this round. Alright, we are still at skirmish at Darkstar. This is round 4. We're going to be fighting the, what are they called? They're the Mantises, the Promethean Mantises. And basically, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want a White Scar, like absolutely a White Scar for this one, no exceptions. You're going to want to stay as far away from these guys as possible. The White Scar does have a fairly large range on it, and yeah, just also stay in groups. If you have someone else playing with you, make sure they bring out like a what's it called, a plasma pistol. Yeah, that's what it's called. You're gonna want someone to bring out a plasma pistol, and while they're wrecking them, slap those guys right in the face, which is what they deserve, quite honestly, with your White Scar. And and you should do absolutely fine. If you do not have anyone else to play with, I do have a different alternative for this map, and that's coming up right in a second. Alright, so say you do not have anyone else to play with, so what you're going to want is the Temple Wraith. Temple Wraith should do absolutely fine, and you don't have to worry about them, the Malevolent Armsmen shooting at you. Just keep your distance, take out the secondary enemies first, and then everyone can distract the Malevolent Armsmen for you. And then once you've taken out the secondary enemies, you don't have to worry about them. Go focus, put everything you can on that Malevolent Armsmen, and hopefully your team members might back you up, distract the Malevolent Armsmen for you. And yeah, but be sure to take out those secondary enemies first, because those secondary enemies, they will be killing your other teammates. So you don't want that to happen. You want those teammates distracting that Malevolent Armsman for you. So yeah, that's what you want to do if you don't have anyone else to play with. Alright, we are back on Prospect. This is round 3. And so this is the tank, the legendary Temple Wraith and the 2 Ghost Scouts. So you want to take out the tank, the Wraith first, using a Spartan Laser. Regular Spartan Laser should do just fine. 4 shots from it should be able to kill it, but having other people doing damage to it just to make sure it dies would be really good, just to make sure, you know, in case you choke or something. You never know when that could happen. And as for the scouts, you want to do something else. If you have any Rex remaining, bring out a Scourge of Fire. Scourge of Fire should be really good. Don't even think about bringing out a White Scar. That won't. I mean, it'll do good, really good, but it'll be a waste. Just Scourge of Fire would be really good, and it does have tracking abilities, so that's really good for you, and really bad for them. And so yeah, once you bring that out, make sure other people are shooting at that. Also doing their part, and yeah, that's what you want to do for this. Alright, so we are still on Prospect. This is round 5, so you're going to want to bring out a anti-air wraith to fight off these hunters and the legendary elites. But instead of here's what you're going to want to do. Just go on the right side of the base. Don't even bother with the hunters on the left side of the base. It's gonna be really hard for you to shoot them. Just go to the right side of the base, and then they should be right there on that staircase. Really easy for you to shoot them. And you're probably wondering why you need an anti-air wraith. Well, first of all, it's a wraith. You're gonna want to dodge these guys' attacks fairly easily. Wraith is super maneuverable, much more maneuverable than a tank, as you can see over there to the right. And the path of these bullets are fairly linear, so it's going to be really easy for you to hit these guys. with your blast attack from the anti-air wraith, and these guys they stand fairly still most of the time. You're gonna have no trouble hitting them with the anti-air wraith. I know people have lots of trouble with doing that with moving targets that aren't air targets, but you should be fine with these guys. So yeah, that's what you want to do. Alright, so this is our last tip of the day, and what you're going to want to do is, we are on Temple, and this is round 2, fighting the elite commanders. So just mimic where my position right here. You should be fine, they're not going to shoot at you, and then just, you know, take down their shields, and then you should get the points. Really easy to take these guys down. And yeah, that's about it. This is really easy. Just thought I might end off on this. And that's gonna be it for the rest of the video. If you enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in another video. Alright, see ya.